ready.
Episode 32 of the Banter Boyz podcast. It's only 75% of us tonight.
Yeah. Holiday
But if there was
travel got JP.
25%, that we didn't want on the podcast, let's be real. I think it happened.
Yeah. The three Connecticut boys holding it down.
I know Nikos would have voted JP off the island.
Is that debatable, or is that I don't want to speak for everybody on that statement.
Yeah.
Because the one thing I love to do, like I wake up and I'm like, ooh, I hope this happens, is I hope I get to go on a podcast and speak with two Arsenal fans for 30 minutes to an hour. Very fun stuff for me.
Is that your favorite thing in the world?
No, it's up there. It's up there. Yeah.
What about a Patriots fan?
You know what? Honestly, nothing matters anymore. This is stupid. Wait, Wes, would you consider yourself a Patriots fan?
I'm a New Orleans Saints fan.
Okay, out of random. All right. Well, respect.
Right?
As respect,
Right?
as long as it's not the Patriots.
2009, Drew Brees, Reggie Bush.
Is there any reason why? Was it because of that, or is there like a family member or like ties?
Nope. I was a big Reggie Bush fan when he was at USC, and then also when Katrina happened, I thought it was like a great comeback year for them in 2006, and the Superdome housed all the people, so it was like a big thing for the city. And I've never been a big football fan. I only watch football on the Super Bowl or if the Saints make the playoffs. So I only watch about 5 games every 10 years.
Okay, respect. Yeah, the Patriots are insufferable, pretty much. But they're gonna get humbled real soon. They had quite the easy schedule this year, so
did the
I know this is
Broncos,
not
and nobody
the
says
right
anything about them.
football. This isn't the right football of this podcast, but I'm pretty sure I saw a stat that said the Saints and the New England Patriots have the same number of wins against teams above 500, which is 2.
that sounds like an accurate stat. Kyle, do you want to chime in on that one?
No, that is an accurate stat, but it's also the teams. Some teams that we played were just under 500 when we played them. They're now over 500. Like we played the
Ooh,
Buccaneers.
You beat the Jets twice.
Well, they don't count the Bills because you know what I mean. Like we beat the Bills, and it's like certain teams like we beat them. But we also were the worst team in the NFL last year, so we should have the easiest schedule. That's how
I wouldn't say the worst.
We were the worst team we would have had the first overall pick if we didn't beat the Bills backups in Week 18 last year.
Were you
by far?
Were you statistically or emotional?
We had the 32nd ranked offense. We had the 32nd ranked offensive line. We had the 32nd ranked wide receivers.
Record-wise,
we were tied with the same amount of record as 1, 2, and 3 all had the same record.
You weren't the worst.
But that we literally the last week we beat the Bills backups. Like nobody played.
Well, all right, so
back to our schedule.
Yeah.
If I answer your first episode that you're ever watching of this is actually not the right football that this whole podcast was based on.
Maybe we
got 2 viewers, and I'm sure it's Kyle and I. Yeah. So
maybe we'll have to branch off and add the Banter Boyz football edition.
Yeah,
be fun.
I won't. I will be miserable every episode.
Well, let's get right into it. Everybody have a good Christmas. Everybody got good gifts. I got 2 Arsenal sweatshirts, 1 black, 1 gray. Arsenal sweatpants. Got a nice little outfit there.
Oh, hell yeah!
What else did I get?
Tracksuit.
Yeah. I think that's it.
I didn't get Cole, which is always a plus.
That's always a plus.
I did get 1 Chelsea-related item. It was a signed, framed picture. It was, to be fair, I do a Secret Santa every year with my family, and I put this on my list, and it was like $90, and I was like, what a deal. It was a signed Fernando Torres plaque.
That's
And I
what I was
said,
gonna guess.
that's sick. Well, I mean, I sent it in the group chat, so you probably saw it. It was a signed Fernando Torres plaque, and on the thing, I was like, this is sick. $90. You can't not beat that. And so on Secret Santa, like on Christmas Eve, when we were doing our exchange, my sister comes around the corner with a giant, giant box, massive. And I was like, oh. I'm like, did she go rogue and get me a jersey? No way. I open it. It's the plaque. Massive plaque. Way, way, way bigger than I thought it was going to be. So I had to figure out a space for my Fernando Torres signed frame, which is like a little bit smaller than a jersey frame. So I'm
Wow.
like, that's cool.
I don't know where
So
I'm gonna put that.
yeah, it's very. So I'm gonna try to put it under it so I can like at least be a little visible sometimes. But yeah, massive. I was really expecting a plaque I could just put up somewhere with a signature. No, that did not happen. But still really cool. But
Also,
yeah,
to talk about something we touched on last episode, my cousin saw me around Christmas. Was like, "Hey, I was watching your podcast, and I was listening to the Chelsea guy." I was like, "Oh, Nikos," and he was
oh, that's
talking
nice.
about how the Chelsea logo is tough to put on shirt. He's like, "Every time I see you wearing an Arsenal logo, I think I would wear that, even
Mhm.
though I'm not a fan. Like, it's just a sick logo." And I was
It's the
like,
shape of the badge.
"Yeah," and he was like, "That's a great point. I never even thought about that. Like, it's so easy for Arsenal merch because just it works."
Yeah, I have something planned for I guess maybe next week. We could do logo talk next week, but I kind of want to do a whole little segment
Yeah,
on logos and what you guys would prefer. Logos you guys had throughout history. Would you keep your
yeah,
modern one, or would you go back? So we could do that next week. Maybe we all have something prepared. But definitely, and it's gonna be good for clips.
yeah.
So yeah, well, we can do that next week. And a quiz that I made.
Sounds good. Well, let's get into match week 18. We're almost at the halfway point. And first
Kyle,
up,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can I just say
yeah,
one thing?
yeah, of course.
Man City suck ass. Continue.
Now, since we're on that point, I do have a message from our
Do we
our
want to
fourth
wait
member.
till we get to the city game,
No,
or is it okay? It's
no.
complete.
Let it
Okay, I didn't know
rip.
if it was related.
This is not from me. These words are from the great JP,
Okay,
JP Peters. I will not take any comment or backlash. I'm just reading what I was written.
okay.
Once again, Arsenal have come through with 3 points because of own goals. This was reportedly a problem for Manchester City. However, Wesley Howard Crumble refuses to acknowledge the fact that his team
That's not
has
me.
not only I'm reading has not only skated through the first part of the season because of set piece goals, but they have skated through the second quarter in first on own goals, and they will not win the title because of their over reliance on miracles. In parentheses, see Liverpool in the beginning of the season. The bottle has been coming, and has, as Scott Hansen would say, we are entering the witching hour when titles become bottles and City become champions. I will leave you with this. North London will never be champs of the Premier League with Mikel at home, and the bottle will leave you never. The milk will forever run through the stone. That is a message from JP Peters, and we can continue.
Roger that.
Well, I think just like they would in court, I get a rebuttal
I
in
unfortunately I
a.
will not speak for him, so it just would make no sense for a rebuttal. So we can move forward
Well,
and
no, no, no.
discuss.
Hold on. I was directly called out in it, so I
I
have
was
to have
just
a quick
but you're just gonna rebut. You're
15
rebuttaling to
seconds.
nobody. You're rebuttaling to nobody.
15 seconds.
You're
I'll
rebuttaling
allow.
to
I'll allow 30 seconds.
No, no.
thir-
15.
10
15.
seconds.
15.
10, 7,
15.
7 seconds. Go.
So
30.
Howard's not my middle name. Two, like that entire statement and like the club of Man City, JP is pathetic. Um, and number three, we have been hearing this broken record of they're gonna bottle, they're gonna bottle. We've also seen this broken record of the guy that's always in our shadow of London wearing the red nose thing for the clown. Although I guess it makes sense if he's wearing it.
I
And
can't pursue a passion.
number four, we are going to win the league. That is all.
Okay. Well, let's get into the results of last week. United versus Newcastle ended in a 1-0 United victory. It's kind of surprising. A little bit against
Someone
the
guessed
grain
that,
there.
didn't they?
Nobody guessed it. The only person to guess a United victory, which was a 3-1 victory, was JP. So JP's the only one that gets a point there on that one.
Son of a bitch.
Wow, and he gets 3-1 against Newcastle. Okay.
No, sorry. He was 3-1 United. You were 3-2. You guessed the Newcastle victory. Because Nikos gets the draw and I
A big draw guy.
yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't remember anything except for the City one because I went back and watched it and I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Next up was Forest and City. Was 2-1 Manchester City. We all guessed a City victory, and we all got a point. Nobody guessed 2-1 on that one.
Skin of their teeth.
And
Okay, hold on. Let's just wait till the next game.
Arsenal Brighton 2-1. We got a correct score on this one by none other than Nikos. 2-1.
Skin of their teeth.
And me and Wes got a point for 2-0 and 3-0. Guess next up was Chelsea Aston Villa.
Next game.
And nobody guessed the 2-1 victory for Villa. Nikos did get the scoreline right, but got the teams wrong.
Correct.
I got a point on that one for guessing a Villa victory. I guessed 3-2. So I got a point on that one. And then last up was Palace and Spurs. What happened to Palace? And Spurs got a victory. 1-0.
Bullshit.
And
didn't I guess that?
Nikos, you guessed a draw. You guessed a 2-2 draw. Nikos got the 2-1 to Spurs, so he gets a point on that one.
Oh, I guessed Palace, huh?
Wait, what happened?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Wait a minute. Wait. So I got what? 2 points?
So you got 2 points. JP got 2 points. Nikos got 4 points. And I got 3 points. That's Nikos' best week.
Oh, the comeback. It's on.
Yes.
It's alive.
All right, I gotta see what
we
these
want to
scores
look
are
at
like.
the predictions real quick.
Oh, we're climbing. Oh, we're right
Yeah.
there. Barking at the competition above me.
Yeah, Nikos is only 5 points behind Wes.
I gotta get to within single digits of Kyle.
Yeah, I got a 10-point lead on Wes.
Don't call it a comeback.
So that was week 18.
I just need 2 strong weeks against you, and then I'm right there. That's all.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We're still waiting.
I will be answering for JP.
You have his. Okay. I was wondering if he sent them.
We didn't want to ruin the integrity of the order.
Gotcha.
So
Roger
Kyle,
that.
you will go. I will go for him, and then Wes, and then me.
We have a double game week. Continue, Wes.
No, sorry. I when you say double, what? We're saying 2 Arsenal games, 2 Chelsea games, 2 City games.
Basically, yeah. So we play. There's Tuesday.
Oh, this
Thursday.
is a big week.
This is
a big week.
And if you actually look at the matchups, it's like first versus third, second versus first, second versus fifth. Like, so it's the top of the table. This is a pretty volatile week here for everybody, like the top 5 included. So first up, we have Chelsea versus Bournemouth. Chelsea at home, need a victory. Played a tough. I mean, Villa are absolutely on fire.
What is it?
I actually want to offer some grace to Mr. Fuentes here. I promise that my club will do both of our clubs justice on Tuesday tomorrow.
You know what? I'm going Team Chelsea this week. So they're going to start off with a Chelsea victory against Bournemouth, roll into the weekend hot, Cole Palmer's getting a couple goals here. I'm going 2-0 Chelsea.
Oh, we love that. Great guess there. For JP, he has Chelsea 3, Bournemouth 1.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I was thinking the same scoreline as that coward.
We're all lucky
Bournemouth
that
have
JP didn't travel on a week that City lost because it would have been really funny.
he wouldn't have shown his face the following week.
No, I know, but we would have said that that's the reason, even though that wasn't the reason, and he was traveling. Like, if they lost last week, we'd be like, "Oh, JP's afraid to get on the podcast because City lost." That would have been a great joke.
I think Bournemouth have looked awful. I think that we're gonna actually see a clean sheet from Chelsea this week. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think we're gonna see a 3-0 victory, Chelsea.
I love the faith. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea.
That's a good scoring line. Next up, Arsenal versus Aston Villa again, which Unai Emery said, "Why are we playing Arsenal twice before the halfway point?" today in his press conference, which is kind of weird that we've played them so close together.
Shouldn't happen with anyone. You played 19 teams first, and
I
then
was
you
trying to
play
look
the
it up.
next.
When's the last time it happened of playing the same team, like within a month? But
Why
it's
did
very hard.
why
It's
did it
very
even
hard
happen?
to tell. I don't know.
I can't fathom the reasoning behind it.
Arsenal might have Kai Havertz on the bench, starting back his road to recovery, trying to get back to fitness here. He's been practicing on grass this week. So he might be making, maybe a little 2 minutes at the end of the game, a little 5 minutes. But we got to score. I mean, we just have been making great chances and just can't get it in the net. So gonna need a great game. This is our toughest game here for, Aston Villa are absolutely on fire. I'm between a 2-1 Arsenal victory at the 88th minute or a 1-1 draw. I'm going to say I want to win this prediction thing, so I'm going with my brain over my heart. I'm going 1-1 draw.
JP, his answer is in, and it is a 2-2.
Okay.
Wow. I was not expecting a draw from him. Kyle, I had the exact thinking as you. But I have to back us. 2-0. Gabriel
Oh.
is back. Incapié on the left. Saliba and Timber returns.
Okay.
Clean sheet.
Nikos.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it. I was just going to say 2-1 Villa.
To the villains.
Yeah, no, Villa has absolutely been on fire. And between our defensive injuries, you know what I mean? It's just trying to get the team locked back in here. Somebody needs to just go in there and just scream, lock it in. That's what we need. I think I saw a tweet from the XG account, which is expected goals, which is obviously a little funky, but it's like Arsenal have like 9 XG and we only have 1 goal. Like we're making chances. It's just for
XG.
So we'll see. XG, like the winners of XG every year win the title. It's like 98%.
Well, yeah, if you're expected the most goals, you should be scoring the most goals.
Yeah, so it's not,
It's
you know
a
what I mean?
stupid stat. It's a stupid stat. Next game.
Yeah. Next game.
Stat.
Liverpool.
JP is the XG man,
Leeds.
by the way.
He is. Liverpool versus Leeds.
Mm-hmm. Leeds is on fire.
I know. So is Liverpool without Salah.
And Isak, but
But now
they
Yeah.
without
kind of
Isak,
scraped
too.
one against Wolves at home.
I want to say 2-2 draw so bad. I just don't know if I could do it.
Do it and add emphasis on the 2-2.
2-2 draw. Fuck it.
No, add more emphasis. Do the whole thing.
2.
Love that. Great guess.
What's JP got for us?
Oh, yes, I forgot. I'm doing JP. All right. Liverpool. 3. Leeds. 1.
Okay.
It's like his go-to score. 2-1 Pool.
That was going to be my guess. It's going to be my guess. It's going to be my guess.
If you guess the same thing, you can't lose more ground to me. Think about it that way.
True.
We're going to go with a 1-0 win. You know what? No. Don't write that down. 2-0. 2-0 to the Pool. They ain't scoring.
Okay.
Leeds ain't scoring. Yeah, I would like them to because I have Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Great pickup, just saying.
Great pickup. And then the last match of this game week is Sunderland versus City.
Yes.
City have won, I think, 8 in a row, 9 in a row, maybe somewhere around there.
Yes.
Is the week for it to end?
I think this is. I think they have a little stumble here. I think they get 2 draws this week. So I'm going Sunderland City. Definitely gonna be a draw. They're gonna score 1 or 2 though. Sunderland are scoring 1 goal, so we're going 1-1.
Yeah, I back that. That's a good guess right there. Sunderland versus City. We got City 3. Sunderland 1.
What did I say? That's his go-to
He
score.
really does love the 3-1. I'm actually looking back. He guessed it twice in 2 episodes ago. He guessed it twice the episode before that, and then he guessed it 1 time last week. So he's had this is like his 9th 3-1.
So I'm gonna. I don't gamble. I think it's called hedging your bet when you bet against what you think might happen or something, or you bet
Yeah.
the opposite. I got to gain points on Kyle, and I think this is an opportunity to do it. It's going to be 2-1 Sunderland.
You said
City.
it. You said it. You said it.
No,
Write down.
I meant to say
2-1
City.
City?
2-1 City. I do want to say, I actually meant to check this before I said this. Sunderland, I think, have like the second fewest goals scored in the league.
I'm gonna go 4-1 City.
Wow. Okay.
They're gonna rain it down on them. They mean business. They're in control right now.
And sorry, for the record, they have the 5th lowest goals scored, but they're the 5th worst, or they are the worst after the bottom 4. So out of the best 16 teams, they are the worst in scoring.
Where are they in the league now?
They're still 7th.
Yeah.
And they're pretty comfortably there. They got Fulham and Palace and Brentford within a game striking distance, but they got Man U ahead of them. Like they could take. Yeah, they could.
Yeah. European football would be crazy for them next year if they could somehow get, because what, 6 should be, if 5 is Champions League, 6 should be Europa, so 7 should be Conference League. I think that's how that would work out, depending on obviously like, FA Cup winners and, shit like that. So that'd be interesting if they could stay there. That's probably their goal now. It's just fucking don't move. You know what I mean? Just stay there. So then this is match week 20, Saturday and Sunday. Thank God there's no Monday games. I hate Monday games for fantasy reasons. Uh, First up, Bournemouth versus Arsenal. They play Chelsea and then they play Arsenal a few days later. Just move. Oh, that was wrong. I'm going Arsenal away from home. 2-0.
JP also has 2-0 to the Bournemouth.
Does he really?
Yeah, I actually. Oh wait, no, I read it wrong.
No,
It's
he said it. Write it down.
No,
Write it
I
down.
fucked
Okay,
up.
I was
That's
like
user
that.
error to the Arsenal. To the
That's
Arsenal.
bold. I was like that is bold.
Yeah, I read it incorrectly. It is 0-2 Arsenal. I have to read it.
3-0. The Gunners.
And Nikos. Don't do it.
I don't. I 1-1.
Okay.
This is why he's in last place.
Shut the fuck up.
Literally. Next up is Leeds versus Manchester United. The rivalry is back. And it's a 1-1 draw.
Wow. JP has 3-1 to the United.
Here, you know what? Just put 3-1 for the rest of his games. You could probably figure out who they need to go to. Oh wait, it's my guess.
Yeah, it's your guess.
I don't know. You know what I didn't think about last game? Who was Man U playing 3 days prior or 4 days prior?
Wolves.
Man, they chose a good time of year to have people out. I didn't think about the fact that they got a lot of people out. Fernandez, although I think they played better without him. I think they're going to win 2-1.
Okay.
Man U. I think they're going to let some of their new guys finally play, or people that they complain that should play that don't, or something. I don't know. I think they got no choice but to play him now.
2-2.
Okay. Newcastle versus Palace. Newcastle had a little bit of a slip. Need to get back. Palace have had a pretty major slip here. I feel like they've been not doing well. I'm going to.
Yeah, they lost the last 3.
I'm going 2-0 Newcastle.
Two.
Wes.
2-1 Newcastle. Oh wait, do we do JP's or was his 2-2?
2-2, yeah.
2 was JP.
Now it's Nico's.
I'll go with a 3-1 Newcastle.
I know who scored all 3 of your goals in your prediction. And
Ultimata hat trick.
Spurs versus Sunderland. Sunderland go from City to Tottenham. One.
3-1 who?
Hey, you didn't say. Wait, what'd you say? Kyle?
I said 1-1.
Oh,
You
yeah.
asking...
He said 1-1. I'm checking my sources, and Spurs versus Sunderland. 2.
I'll give a A- for the presentation of this tonight.
Presentation has been on par here.
Thank you. I'm trying my best.
You guessed 1-1, or Kyle. He guessed 2-2. Yeah, I think this is a big week that I either basically take myself out of the race here. I think I'm gonna go Spurs. I think I think I'm gonna go 1-0.
That's what I was thinking about, and I was like, I'm gonna give Sunderland a goal. I don't know. I was real close to saying 1-0. I wrote down 1 for Spurs, and I was just figuring out what I think Sunderland will score.
2-1 to the Cox.
I don't know if it's me having PTSD over you getting like almost an entire week with scores correct, or if just what you're guessing sounds really good. But your past 4 guesses here, I'm like, damn, yeah, that definitely could happen.
It's tough because there's 9 game weeks here, so hypothetically, if I get none of these right, JP could take the lead just in this 1 week. Kind of crazy. Last up, big game of the weekend. Blue v Blue. Light blue versus medium to darkish blue. JP versus Nikos. JP too scared to show his face before a big matchup. Manchester City versus Chelsea. Chelsea said that they were in a title race. Now, I don't think so, but they're going to have to. What they do might affect the title race. And I'm backing my London brothers.
Oh, fuck off.
My Chelsea Blues.
You piece of shit. Go ahead and hate watch.
My little brothers. I'm hate watching. For a 2-1 Chelsea victory. Cole Palmer, ice cold.
Absurd.
Ice cold back in his return.
JP had 3-2 City.
Yeah, I guess after this game week, and if his flight happens to somehow get delayed from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, he could just cry his way home on his tears after this terrible week that his club is about to have. 2-2.
Okay.
And all I can hear is
It's catchy.
That was my rendition of that Chelsea tune that plays.
It's catchy. It's catchy. It's really catchy. 2-1 City.
Are you really going to hate Arsenal that much that you want Chelsea to lose so that City win the league?
I don't want them to lose. Realistically,
I don't even need to speak. That speaks
realistically,
for itself.
We haven't been playing well. You guys are the ones hating and want what are you talking about? You guys are sitting here doing the exact thing that I just did.
Yeah,
I genuinely
think
you guys are going to tie.
Chelsea. Okay, you put a tie. Good guess. Kyle, you just did the same thing I did.
Yeah, but I didn't guess my team to not like if it was Chelsea and City going for the league and it was Arsenal versus, City, I wouldn't guess a City win to try to help.
Why do you think I'm at where I'm at? Because that's what I've been doing, all right? So no, the one time I make an absolutely realistic guess, you guys are like,
1-1 draw with Bournemouth.
It could happen.
Semedo's not even going to be there.
Bournemouth is home.
It doesn't matter. Their top player is already packing his bags.
What I'm worried about, though, is that it's kind of a lose-lose almost. It's either a lose-lose where City win both games this game week that we just predicted. That's a lose to us, including Chelsea if you're truly a fan to your club. And then the other lose-lose would be that they don't win both games, and it just cranks the knob on the oil in the Middle East a little bit more so they could buy the league in January.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Okay.
a chance that
Anyways,
I mean, like, no joke. There's a chance Semenyo's on the bench for the City Chelsea game.
could be.
Like,
Oh,
realistically, that 100% could happen.
Maybe. That's my prediction.
Okay. Well, those are all good predictions.
Those are our game weeks.
We'll see what happens. Any transfers you guys think we're gonna see? Not necessarily for your club. Any transfers in January that you're thinking about? Like,
I
think
haven't looked at all.
Semenyo's probably gonna move. Most likely to City.
I think Man U are in for another mediocre midfielder signing to bolster their midfield halfway through the season to just miss out on Europa League. Might get the Conference League.
Okay. Nico's, anything you think is gonna happen?
I honestly haven't kept up at all with Fabrizio or anything happening. The only person I saw was Nico Paz, which may not be pretty cool. But everything else I haven't looked or seen anything.
Okay. Didn't know if you thought of somebody, Think Chelsea does any business?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on. We're Chelsea.
You got to keep that pyramid scheme alive.
Yeah, it's a business. Any center back, but I know we'll go out for another winger somehow. We'll be like, why do we get another winger? Kind of seems like our thing to do. But is what it is.
Yeah. Well, if you keep buying them, eventually you'll get a good one.
I don't think Garnacho's bad. I think
I think Garnacho's been the best one of the summer transfer window.
I think Garnacho has been pretty good, and I think Pedro Neto is solid. I mean, nobody can say that he hasn't been. So I think our wingers are down pat. Yeah, Gittins was a miss, but I think if we look at everything else, I think everything else has been pretty good.
Yeah.
Has Gittins already been written off?
I mean, he barely plays. And when he does, he's not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, has he
definitely
already been given the pass, or he just hasn't had the chance yet?
I don't think he's had the chance. I mean, look at how many.
I don't think he has the chance, but also the little chances that he hasn't shown anything to me where it's like, oh, hey, at least he's got that. Like, even when Garnacho plays, even if he plays bad, you're like, yeah, but he could still make a moment. Like, he could still dribble past and beat the left back, or you know what I mean? Like,
I see a lot of Gittins just losing the ball, like just silly mistakes, and I see a lot of that.
But why? Like, it's not even just Chelsea, even though they kind of are the epitome of the example in recent years. Why do clubs do that? Like, why do you buy the player? You either messed up in the scouting, or you screwed yourself by going back on what you're planning. Like,
I think
I don't understand why they sign them and then don't.
We got Gittins first, and then we ended up following that with Garnacho. I mean, I think everyone can agree that when we got Garnacho, that was kind of a weird move, considering what we needed. So I think that one was just like a ooh shiny. That one was literally like a we want him, let's go get him. Gittins, I mean, but we could say this with so many players. Like, they just haven't found their feet yet. It takes a while to find your feet in the Premier League. And we can look at many players. And that goes for Arsenal, that goes for Liverpool, that goes for
everybody. Yeah.
It takes time to find your feet in the Premier League. And when you're not getting consistent minutes, you're never going to find your feet. So that's what happens when people get written off. I mean, when you're competing for your spot and you're constantly getting replaced every single week and you get 5 minutes to prove yourself, it's almost impossible. And then they're going to be like, all right, cool. Well, you're never going to play. We're saving you for conference games. We're saving you FA Cups. We're saving you for the games that we aren't going to take serious. And then in 2 years, he's gone. I mean, I don't agree with it. I think we've seen how good he was in Dortmund, and it's just he didn't find his feet, and we're kind of in the we can't wait for somebody to find their feet, especially if we have people that can replace him. So it's tough for us to be like, he had a bad game. Oh, we just had another bad game. Like, if we waited as long as we did with, like, Florian Wirtz, and now he's finding his feet right now. But if we waited how many games? 18 games, and Gittins is popping up 0 after 0 after 0, like that's tough. So I mean, we have Garnacho. Even Esteval's got the bench. Like well, he was also injured for a little bit, but like yeah, I think our wingers. I like Garnacho as much as I hate saying that. And then Pedro Neto, I'm a big fan of. He's like I think the heart and soul of our team right now. But yeah, Gittins just hasn't found his feet, and I think it's hard for him to because the competition in that area.
Yeah, I think Gittins needs a loan to Fulham.
Yeah, I think that's probably something that will happen
that's
next year. He'll get a loan
next
for like
year, next summer, get a loan to Fulham, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Yeah,
have him find his feet. Next year, he'll be a star at a different team. We'll recall him. He'll be shit again.
Yeah, he
Sell
needs
him.
hey, dude, we need 80 minutes out of you every single week here.
Yeah, but it's tough. Like I said, we have too many people in that position. I mean, like, it was just I think that was the one where I'm like, why did we get 2, 3, 4 wingers and no center backs? So that one was a bit questionable.
And you traded a bunch of wingers too, so it's like, why did we swap out wingers?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad about. I'm still not mad about getting rid of Matchweek. Like, I mean, he's all right.
Yeah, but would you argue that Garnacho is an upgrade from him?
I mean, yeah, he's playing consistent minutes, and he's had a pretty big impact on a lot of games. And you can't agree. And you can't not.
Is he a skill upgrade?
I think if you ask anyone else other than you, I think they would probably agree. He's playing consistently. He has an impact.
To me, it's probably a wash. I mean, I think Matchweek is probably a little bit younger than Garnacho, right? So you could potentially have more years. You could but Garnacho probably is better finishing wise, but
I think they're the
dribbling
same
and speed.
Garnacho
is faster.
Garnacho's 21.
So they've got to be the same age then.
He's very young, and Matchweek is 23, so Matchweek is older. He's been injured for the majority of the year, so we know that he's injured. He's got something going on.
Yeah.
And then also, like, stats-wise, I think they're almost exactly the same right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, sure. Is it an equal swap?
Kind of a wash, basically,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not upset about it. He looks dangerous for you guys sometimes. Garnacho looks dangerous for us sometimes. I think it's pretty even.
He definitely is better on the right. Like when he comes in on the left, it's like, all right, when's Saka going off so you can go to your favorite side? Because then we know we'll get a moment where you could score. Even if it's just 10 minutes, there's a chance he'll do something. But
who he kind of reminds me of in terms of like consistency and talent, but you just hope that he fucking figures it out on a more consistent basis. He reminds me of Nicola Pepe. At times he can be so brilliant, and at other times you're just like you can't get your own 2 feet together, or like you're just actually Madueke's issue is he does too much, which is usually the problem with
my issue with Matchweek is that he does too much, but also he's a little bit of a head case, and that's why I didn't like him at Chelsea. And yes, I feel like Garnacho was a head case, but he was a head case on Man U when that team had absolutely no discipline. I don't think Garnacho has brought his head caseness over to Chelsea because we saw him being a little rat piece of shit on Man U, and everyone saw that. He hasn't shown that at all. It's the demeanor that you play with, and Madueke was a big complainer, was a big showboater, was a big, one of those guys that you're like, this guy's annoying. That's why I never liked him on the team, because he was one that I'm going to try to beat 7 people, and if I miss, it's the other guy's fault. Like, you just tried to dribble between 7 people, and then you shot it and missed by 20 yards. That's on you. And then he would kind of give you that attitude. Same as Nico Jackson. That I hated out of him. That's why I didn't like him. And I think he's a head case player. That's my only hatred with him.
Yeah, and I would say that I agree with you in the way that, like, Garnacho didn't bring his baggage. Madueke hasn't brought his baggage over. And maybe both players didn't have luck at their clubs and both needed the move. You know what I mean? Both almost very similar in the way that they, you know what I mean? Emotionally, how they play.
Then,
you know what I mean? It was like,
Didn't leave on good terms.
Both didn't. Yeah, both just kind of like left. Like
Kind of
hey,
hated
I'm leaving.
amongst.
Yeah.
Kind of hated against a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping. I wouldn't hate Saudi coming in for Martinelli. I wouldn't hate it.
You guys aren't sell happy, so you guys gotta figure that out. I mean,
should we just?
The rumors would have been circulating by now
We
if it was
don't
going to happen.
have the depth to sell because we just don't have a deep squad. So there isn't somebody to sell. And even if there is somebody to sell, you would have to immediately replace them.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you sell him,
Like,
you got to replace him.
And so it's like, oh, we'll sell Martinelli. We immediately have to buy another winger.
Yeah, because he plays very consistently.
But we don't have like City. They have Savinho, Bob, Montermouche, Bernardo Silva, Doku. Who else am I missing for wingers?
Foden.
You know what I mean? They have 6 guys. They can loan out 1 or 2 guys, and you're still got 2 guys on each. You know, and bring in a player.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
They could recall Grealish.
That's it.
True.
Yeah, like we only have 4 players for wingers. You know, we only have 3 strikers, and all 3 of them were injured at the exact same point in the season. So there's nobody that Arsenal can sell of like, oh, we have. It's not like we have an extra cam that's just hanging out. We're like, yeah, okay, we can get rid of you.
So right now it's kind of like the depth of your team, where like if you guys do have an injury, it's like the people that are supposed to back them up aren't.
Yeah,
like now we're seeing it's like, oh, these guys are super important.
Yeah, like right now our squad, if we have no injuries, we have a deep squad and we're all right. If we have 1 injury, we're okay. We can survive with 1 of the 11 missing. If we have 2, we're all right. As long as they're both not in the same position, like 2 center backs or 2 wingers, you know what I mean, or 2 strikers. If we don't have 2 of the same position, if we have a winger and a center back out, we're all right. We can make do. But going past that, and we lead the league in injuries in the last 2 years. We have over 100 now.
I don't know if you guys want to have this conversation or not. I might ruffle some feathers, but what are we thinking about Gyokeres?
I think we need to learn
if we're realistically thinking about it.
Okay, so realistically, we have not had a striker of that style since Lacazette. And we need to learn how to play with that and not a false 9. We've had false 9 since Lacazette. I mean, I think in Arteta's first game, he actually had Ozil as a false 9. That was like the very first thing that he did. That's also very.
Like he's completely different. Than,
no, 100%.
Like
but I'm just saying, like,
he is
from
your classic 9. He is a big 9.
And that's what Lacazette was. And I loved Lacazette. Obviously, he didn't have the finishing, that we needed. But he's your classic number 9. You got to give him the ball. Give him the ball in those channels between the center back, between center back and one of the wing backs. Put the ball right in between them so he can make a 2-step run, get on the ball, and take a shot.
Gyokeres he hasn't had that pass yet. Haaland than he is than any other player that you guys have had. He is somebody that you guys need to. He needs to be a tap-in merchant. He needs to be somebody that's in the right place at the right time, doing that acrobatic, whatever.
And even if he's not scoring, like if you watch the games, he's always in the right position, which does make like the Odegaard goal, the cut back to Odegaard. That's only possible because of Gyokeres, because Gyokeres pushed both center backs so far, because they obviously are worried about him, that it opened up Odegaard to shoot. If that was Mourinho in that spot or Havertz playing in that position, that Odegaard goal doesn't happen because they're not going to make those runs that Gyokeres is making. So I think even if he does nothing, he is still helping the team in a sense of he's like, your star wide receiver who's making runs and not catching the ball. It's like, well, he's still taking away the best corner. Yeah. So I think that he's had a couple chances where, he definitely needs to score and definitely needs to do better. He definitely has been bodied off the ball a few times where it's like, all right, dude, stand strong on that one. Like it's the Premier League. Then he's had other ones where it's like, holy shit, how did he stay up? So it's probably more of like I'm trying to win this pen or trying to win this foul. It's like, all right, this isn't the Portuguese league, buddy. Like, stand up, and if it's a foul, the ref is gonna, call it. But it's
I
also like when you're watching the game, dude, like especially Odegaard, like you watch Odegaard on the ball and you're like, here comes the run from Gyokeres. I can see it watching my TV. He makes the run, doesn't get the pass. It's like, all right,
yeah.
we can't blame, you know what I mean? Like he's not really getting that much service,
I
but
mean, he has missed a few opportunities, and
he's
we
yeah,
can't.
he's definitely missed a few opportunities, but he hasn't had
I
enough chances where it's like, all right, he's got his confidence and he's rolling. He also had that injury after he started getting good.
Yeah,
He started rolling, got an injury, so it's like you kind of got to build yourself, back up a little bit.
from hate watching, I can say that I'm more worried about Gabriel Jesus than I am Gyokeres right now.
I
Every
told
game he's come on and made a difference, I get a little bit like, I don't have that
I
feeling with Gyokeres right now.
no Jokeres, and obviously Jokeres isn't a dribbler. Like he was never that. Like he's more of a brute. In the same way Holland is not going to out dribble anybody. He's not out dribbling a statue. You know what
No,
I
but a
mean?
lot of the time it takes your players to just get him the ball in the right spot in there. And a lot of the times it's one touch. It's one touch that's going to get you that goal. It's like you don't
Yeah,
have that opportunity to miss. You have to make that one pass that you're going to get. So it's like when I see Gabriel Jesus on the ball, he's in the right spot. He's dribbling. He's got pace. He is a threat. So then it's like you got to hope for Gyokeres that his teammates are helping him, and that's where it's lacking. I feel like
yeah.
sometimes. So he's reliant on getting the balls in from the wing or waiting on your cam to give him the perfect ball, perfect pass. And when he misses, it's like But Gabriel Jesus, he's the one that's beating a player. He's the one that's on the breakaway. So I think it's been. I look
I
at Gabriel Jesus as like your damn, like he's your super sub. Like he
I
is
think I think Jesus
dangerous.
is the perfect striker for Arteta's system, like his profile, the way that he's good at dribbling. He still is always in that right position as a number 9, but he's like a dribbling 9. I think like Julian Alvarez, if he ever came for sale, we would absolutely have to go for that because I think that that's just another version of Jesus. But I said this to Wes, RJ, and JP, I think, that were in the live stream when Jesus came back. I literally had a dream that Jesus was going to be the reason we won the title. That is the person that is going to make the most contributions. Like he's going to be the 90-minute winner. Jesus comes on, scores. You
Yeah.
know, like that he for whatever reason, like if he didn't get that injury at the World Cup, I think for sure we would have won that title that year. Like he was absolutely on fire, and that knee injury ruined our season definitely. But watching him come back, it's like, man, please stay healthy because having you come off the bench, and if you start hitting your stride, I have no worries having Gyokeres come off the bench if you're going to start and play
Yeah.
well. So yeah, he's definitely been a threat every single time he's come on,
Definitely interesting.
and still haven't seen Kai Havertz in this team this year.
Man.
I have two thoughts. One is I have seen Gabriel Jesus play in person, and although I haven't seen the vast majority of EPL footballers live, he is by far the most technically gifted with his feet that I've ever seen of a footballer in person. He's a wizard on his feet with the ball, so I do think he's still valuable. The other thing I have to say is probably one of the more realistic, maybe somewhat shocking things that I've said on this, which is if we are going to win the league, we need one of two things to happen. And they're both within our team. It's not, oh, this team needs to do this. We need one of two things to happen. Either one, we need one player on our team to put up a half season Ballon d'Or performance, not win it per se, but in the 4 or 5 months, if it was a 4 or 5 month award, they need to be winning it. Or we need two players the rest of the season to play into the EPL team of the year squad. That is what it will take, and that is what we are missing at the moment, despite still winning this whole thing, not in our best form. That is what we're missing. That's the character that this run is missing. That's all.
Okay. I feel like, I mean, you guys are definitely going to get team of the year players. I mean, you guys are number one and have been number one for the majority of the year.
It'll probably be Raya, Rice, Saliba, Timber. It depends if Gabriel. I mean, if Gabriel doesn't get hurt for the rest of the year, probably Gabriel.
I don't know if Raya claims it again.
It's hard to not pick the top clean sheet guy, especially when we're probably going to have the fewest goals in the league. But
it is, but then also like when you have City chomping, right behind you, and you have a goalkeeper like Donnarumma in there. I mean, it's kind of hard to not see him as a potential team of the year.
Yeah, but
I'm not
Donnarumma
saying that
hasn't
he's
even played
not
that well.
in the. Yeah, no, and
If you look
he
at
also
Donnarumma's save percentage, is actually pretty low. They obviously don't get shot on a lot, but his save percentage was not great.
and when you come in second place in the league and you don't win the clean sheet Golden Glove, you're not going to win as the top keeper in the EPL for the year.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you guys are. I mean, it's no brainer that you guys are going to have at least like 3 team of the years. But this one could be a fun one because we have teams like Aston Villa so far. We have teams like, you know, you got all these teams in there. But of course, you got your favorites, so you'll see a few. The Ballon d'Or part, I don't see any right now. I don't see one player. I mean, if Gabriel didn't get hurt, maybe we could say that he was in the running for like that type
Well,
of player.
no, it's Declan Rice. I mean,
yeah, if an Arsenal player wins it, it'll be Declan Rice, and that'll be if England win the World Cup and Arsenal win one of the 2 big trophies.
I don't think he has a shot to win it this year, but all I'm saying is Declan Rice is the epitome of now the greatest footballer that doesn't necessarily show on stats. Like if you watch the game, he's where he has to be every time. He's usually the last man in the box, even though he's not the defender. I mean, he is just everywhere he has to be. And he's strong. He's like a gazelle running across the field.
Like if you're going to say that there's 3 midfield positions, you're 6, you're 8, and you're 10, Declan Rice is the best 8 in the world right now.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
We could put up to.
He would. Here's how you know it's true. He would start on any squad in the world.
Yeah, he would start in the midfield for any team in the world.
I don't think that's a false statement, but to say he's the best of everyone is still up there for debate. I mean, you still have your Judes, your Bellinghams.
I mean, that's the same way of saying
Jude
it.
is more of a 10. Jude is a 10, not an 8.
Yeah, but I mean,
like Moises Caicedo is just 6. Moises Caicedo isn't coming into the box. You know what I mean?
The other reason
Declan Rice is doing Declan Rice is the best box-to-box midfielder. He's making a tackle in the box. He's then, passing, to the winger, and then the winger makes the pass and the striker scores. Like he is doing key passes, assists, best corner taker in the world. Defending, being your last man, coming back to, cover for counters. Like he's doing everything. He's literally running the game.
You could argue that he could start in any position on any team, and the team would be just fine.
Like I said, I don't think anyone's denying that. I just don't know if he's the best.
He also is the first $100 million deal in football history.
Wasn't it Jack Grealish?
He was not a deal.
He's saying like the best bargain for $100 million.
No, sorry, right. Bargain is the better word. He's the most bargained $100 million purchase.
Real quick before, because I know we got to go. We got Best Guess Live coming up.
Yeah, we are 2 minutes from Best Guess.
We have 11 goals against, and our entire back 4 has been injured, and City hasn't, and they're at 17. So we have a 6-goal lead on City, and we've played away we've played all the tough away matches, like the top 10 away matches, except for City. That's the only one
Even
we
with-
haven't done yet.
Even with your injuries, you guys have a better defense than City.
Yeah, no. So that's what you were saying, that Raya might not get it. I think Raya's, you can absolutely stamp that in with Sharpie. Raya's obviously if he gets injured, but Raya's going to be your goalkeeper of the season.
We'll see. We still got half a season. Yes, Wes, make it quick.
City's defense is JP's ass cheeks on a Saturday night. Open.
You know what? We can't get a better ending than that.
On that note, thank you everyone for
flight,
stopping
Jip.
by. Thank you for watching episode 32, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
Banter Boyz, let's go. We'll play hard.